What is up, everybody? Oh, that looks really weird. One moment. What the heck, man? Everything.
Go ahead and
Or,
branch that if you want. Animal
or not.
on.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is In the Box Live. Some weird stuff going on with this program right now that I'm going to fix right in front of your eyes right now. So pay me no mind. Um,
I went ahead.
in the meantime, how's everybody doing? You guys feeling good? Feeling great? There we
Mm-hmm.
go. That's what I wanted.
Ricketts.
The
All
Dolphins got a
right.
quarterback.
That's right. The Dolphins did go to quarterback. That's pretty sweet. Little
Yeah.
boom or bust action on that, I think.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
not sure about it.
he's either going to do really good or completely fail, Johnny Manziel style. That's kind of my prediction for him,
Yeah, it's kind of harsh.
which isn't really much of one, but you know what? It is what it is. So, we have some fun stuff for you guys planned today. We are going to be going over some things. HandCash is sort of not really giving us a whole lot to work with, but we have some cool information about them that we want to go over. And then after that, we're going to get into BSV Market Cap. Probably the easiest place to buy BSV right now. I'll say that. Pretty cool. And we're going to get to that a little bit later. And we're also going to be going over TonicPOW. Dookie Love is going to be giving you a little bit of insight on how all that works. I'm going to refer to him as being our TonicPOW master. He's got
I don't know about master, but I'll do my best
well, nonetheless, definitely
for sure.
we'll have some good information for you about that. It's going to be good. And then we're going to wrap things up with a little Agora breakthrough. For anybody that doesn't know Agora, the homepage of the MetaNet, we're going to be walking you through that as well, followed with some Twitch Culture Daily a little later on, which we're excited about. So, lots of packed up stuff that we need to get into. So, the first thing, HandCash. Um, what do you guys think? You guys bearish or bullish on the HandCash? What about you, Dookie?
Right now, they've done a lot of talking about what's to come, but we haven't seen anything yet as far as the connect. But Relay and Money Button doing the invisible swipes or doing away with the swipes. I'd say they're in the lead right now.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Um, we you brought up to me HandCash Friends, and this was something that they talked about during CoinGeek. Had a lot of people really excited about it. Basically, the idea was that you'd be able to post your hand cash onto HandCash Friends, and then people would be able to find you and befriend you on there. It was a way to kind of get people to multi-ping you money, and you could multi-ping a lot of
Yeah,
people as well. Um,
I was making like $1 a day on there just from getting on the friends list and getting your hand cash symbol out there and your name out there. And then when people want to advertise or just spam you, they would tag you in it, and you'd
right.
make money off of it.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Which was a really cool idea. I
I
think
loved it.
a lot of people were really excited about it. A lot of people were using it. And it sort of just fell off the radar. We went looking for it today, and you see that the Twitter has been deleted. The website doesn't work anymore. So HandCash Friends is no more, as far as we can tell. Um,
Sad. Damn it.
yeah.
That's all right.
So we did a little bit of digging into this, and we don't really want to get into specifics of what happened and point people out or anything like that. Um, but I will say that the people that were working on that project have moved on and are working on another very, very cool project that we are excited about. So we'll let you do your own research on that. But just a little update: HandCash Friends is no more. Um, but that is not to say that that is the only cool thing that HandCash is doing.
Right. Other other things in the works.
Definitely, yeah. So if you watched Alex Agut's presentation at CoinGeek, you remember him talking about HandCash Connect, which is basically an app marketplace for Bitcoin-based apps. And that I really am excited about. I'd love to see platforms like Twitch get involved on that. I think if you were to see something like that, you're going to see a lot of people onboarding not just Twitch, but to a lot of different BSV built apps. So I think it's really important that definitely happens. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think you can actually still go to that website. I'm going to pull that up really quick. What do you think about HandCash Connect, Dookie?
I don't think I've ever even been there yet. I've been waiting for this.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pull this up so everybody can see what I'm on about here. Um, this is the HandCash Connect website. It's really basic. It says Connect. It's time to build better apps. We've drastically simplified how Bitcoin apps are built with our new all-in-one Bitcoin SDK, HandCash Connect. Launch sooner, iterate faster, and build more freely. So from what I understand is that you can use the HandCash, the Bitcoin SDK as they're calling it, and be able to tap right in to the blockchain so that you can focus more on building your app and less about trying to figure out how to integrate with BSV. So
I
that
like it. Like tap right into the blockchain by using your email instead of Baymail. That's how you tap into the blockchain.
yeah, there you go. Um, And I think that the Twetch SDK is basically doing the same thing, or at least a similar thing, from what I understand. Um, so this is really cool. I love seeing things like this showing up in the community because it's
There's a
just
lot of people doing things like this now.
it's true. Yeah, very much so.
Build your own apps.
So I'm curious to see how in the future HandCash and Twetch are going to play with each other. I don't know if uh,
BSV.
That's if they ever play with each other.
that's what I
I mean,
mean.
this has been talking around for. I guarantee, I bet you will see other wallets hit Twitch before HandCash
Yeah, I
for
think that's
sure.
probably true. I think you're
So
probably right about
I
that.
think HandCash is. It was like so hype in the beginning, but they've been disappointing lately. I'm not even gonna lie.
Well, in a recent
As
interview,
compared to other wallets.
in a recent
All you
interview,
do is hold with it.
yeah. So we spoke with Jack C. Lou recently, and he brought up the point that um, Handcash does not have all of their user base and like information about their business on chain like a lot of these other companies do. So that you don't actually know how many users Handcash has. Whereas you can see that information for Money Button and Relay. From what I understand, I haven't gone digging into this, um, looking and trying to figure out how many users all these platforms has. Um,
Well, the cool thing about, for example, like a site like Money Button, it's all sequential. So if you want to really find out who the last Money Button user is, similar to Twitch, you could do that.
right,
I
exactly.
don't know if Relay X has a similar system or HandCash has a similar system, but I think as far as transparency, as
Hmm.
far as accounts created,
Hmm.
Money Button would be the most transparent. And now with the invisible Money Button, I'm pretty much all on board with them. After this little HandCash friends thing, I could care less about HandCash. Like Dookie said, he was making like $1 a day on that thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole point of HandCash friends was to send out as many transactions on HandCash as possible, right?
Yeah.
Weren't you talking about that, Dooks?
Yeah.
So by killing HandCash friends or whatever happened there, I mean, I they should come up with something similar on their own then, because
Yes.
that's a lot of transactions that are going to go away immediately because of that. So
I'm pretty disappointed in the invisible money button right now myself.
I'm a money
I
button
couldn't even
guy.
get it to work. I couldn't even get it
My
to work
favorite
last
wallet,
night.
it would be money button. I don't care if they have an app or not. Web based, it's amazing. I could still do anything I can almost on any other wallet. All I got to do is open up Safari or Google Chrome or whatever the case is on mobile. It's the exact same thing.
But like last night, I made like 3 different posts and liked a bunch of different posts, and then I get up this morning and look, and none of it even posted with the invisible money button. So I went back to swiping.
And I just want to bring up something too, and only because this is literally happening to me in real time. But a little over an hour ago, I sent a pretty big chunk of change from my Money Button account to my HandCash account, and now I don't have that money anywhere. Um, so yeah, and normally BSV transactions happen almost instantaneously, and I know that I sent it to the right
Zero con,
place. Um,
zero confirmation, right?
yeah,
Is
no.
what it's supposed to be. That's kind of weird. Are you sure you sent it to the right address? Did you do it pay mail style? How'd you
Well,
send it off?
I'll just I'll see if I can actually show you guys. Actually, I don't think I'm going to be able to, but basically the deal is, um, yeah, I mean, I typed in my HandCash address, um, and it actually showed up with like on the Money Button side, showed up with my HandCash profile picture and my profile name, like it found the account. Like Money Button won't even let you send to something unless it confirms that it knows that it's an
Unless
account,
it's a
right?
valid address, right?
Precisely, yes,
Right.
exactly. So,
So meaning you could send money to an address by accident as long as it's a valid address. But if it's not a valid address, you cannot send it to
but
that
I mean, look, that
address,
that right
correct?
there, that is my profile picture, right? And that's my name that I did not type in. I mean, it found me, no question about it. Um,
Yeah.
but if I come into my HandCash and I go to my payments, It is not there. Totally
You know,
not
it's funny.
there.
I'm kind of butthurt about this whole HandCash Friends thing, and I was never even part of it. But it was like cool because didn't like Salty have his video up on the HandCash Friends thing with, didn't
Yeah,
he
if
tell me
you
that
if
he
you
was watching his
donated,
videos up there or something like that?
That's
yeah, if
right.
you donated or if you, I don't remember exactly what you had to do, but you got to listen to his music. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Jimmy Odom says, "Let us
I
see."
dug it.
Jimmy Odom says, "Let us see your private key. Will help." Very, very funny. I think I'll just wait and then call Alex a gut out for being a hack scammer instead, if it's all the same
Hey,
to
I,
you.
I bought I sent over like 40, transferred 40 BTC to Relay a week ago and never got my money. So like, damn. So I'm
Wow.
hoping this, what's this new thing where you can just buy BSV?
Oh
Well,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. We're
like
definitely
that
getting
whole
into
thing.
that. We're definitely getting into that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was
I
I'm just, that's good news.
big,
yeah, yeah,
Good
yeah.
big
news.
league.
It is for sure. Um,
Yeah,
so I do want to see. The thing is, it just kind of pisses me off though because the whole point of BSV working and people being able to utilize BSV at its full potential means that you can send any amount of money anywhere in the world to anybody in the world
Large or small.
instantaneously, right? It's the
yeah.
whole point of the whole thing. So if I'm sitting here and I can't transfer this thing from one of my accounts to another one of my accounts, two supposedly very like credible platforms, and my money's disappeared for an hour, that pisses me off. I could have used Cash App. It's my whole point, right? If we're
Can you
gonna if,
imagine if you had Corona, bro?
Yeah, well, imagine if this were an important fucking transaction, right? If I was sending this to somebody for goods and services, not just like moving wallet to wallet for
Yeah.
myself. You know what I mean?
And,
So it's just like,
and then all of a sudden that item gets sold out and you actually paid them for it. So let's say there's two left.
or I'm sitting in somebody's store and he's got his phone out and I've got my phone out and I send him the money and we're sitting there waiting for it
Show
to show
me
up and
your
it
phone
never
if I show
does.
you mine.
And it never does. It doesn't show up. You know, there's no proof. There's no receipt. There's no proof of fucking work from either of these wallets right now. So I'm just a little annoyed. Sorry, rant over, everybody.
Hey,
That's why I
ran
talk
on.
about that Supreme Louis wallet. You know what I'm talking about?
Shit, man, you can't get anything to appear in that wallet forever either. Anyways,
That's I would say that there's a strong argument against that.
I would say that every time that I send money into Relay, I have to refresh it 4 times before it ever shows up in it. I'll say that. I mean, I'm not saying that it's.
Imagine never having to refresh again.
Is that what I need to do? Refresh to get my money?
I don't. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know.
you put on. What you do is you take a quick shower. Put on a little bit of deodorant,
I
refresh.
took like 9 showers
So clean.
since then.
Right.
The showering ain't working.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I'm saying.
no.
All right. Anyways, I'm gonna switch gears because we have more important things to talk about than to hear me bitch about not getting my money because HandCash and Money Button suck ass. But so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go into this is
I love Money Button. I haven't had no problems with Money Button at all.
yeah. Honestly,
Invisible
That's
money
my
buttons.
wallet of choice.
I mean honestly,
Invisible money button ain't
every,
doing good.
everything looks good on the Money Button side. I got to be honest. I mean, it says it's sent. I've got the confirmation, everything on the Money Button side. So and the
Maybe
money,
they're working out all the kinks.
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it's a new product. You're gonna get that.
well, it's a freaking expensive
Is
kink.
this Josh Hensley says, "Is this the BSV wallet, Rose?" I
Yeah.
think we're just
Yes,
ignorant, man.
it
I mean,
absolutely
we're
is.
just, we're just flowing. This
Who's
is all,
winning, Josh?
just
Josh, who's winning the wallet war?
That's
Let
a
us
good
know.
question.
Everybody, let us know who's your favorite wallet right now. Leave it
Money
in the chat.
Button.
I'm definitely curious. So while you
I'm
guys
going
type
with
that,
money button swipe right now.
yeah,
Personally,
Inside Out says, "I like Money Button."
I'm honestly so
So
pissed
that's
off at every
2-2.
wallet. I'm honestly so mad at every wallet that I'm just.
are you
I'm
swiping or are
out.
you going invisible?
If I'm swiping, I gotta go
I don't think
Relay.
that makes a difference. It's
Simply
just that Money
Cash,
Button
very
gives you
nice,
that
man.
option. What difference does it make? Money Button is the superior wallet.
Yeah, my wallet's about to be Cash App.
Josh Hensley says, "Simply Cash."
I'm
I
about to.
think it was Simply Cash where you could make gift cards and you could leave them on Twitch or Twitter and let people just claim them. I used to do that. I think that was Simply.
Josh, You know what? I'll make you a promise. When Simply Cash is available for Twitch, I will use it and check it out. But until then, I mean, we talked about this the other day. What can you really spend your money on? Twitch. So
You can buy
Twitch
gift
really
cards.
is kind of it for me. I don't care if it sounds closed-minded. So money button all the way.
Yeah, if I'm swiping, I feel like I gotta go relay. Like, it's not that I care about how slow money button is, which it definitely is, but for me, it's more about, I mean, specifically on Twitch, failed transactions. I swipe and my transaction doesn't happen, but it comes out of my money button. This happens all the time to
You know,
me.
it's funny. I only hear you saying that though. It's
I
never happened to me.
swear, dude, I bitch about it constantly. It happens on my iPhone all the time. Doesn't happen to me on PC or whatever.
What do you have, like iPhone 3G?
I mean, it's a brand new iPhone X, but I mean, whatever. You know?
I digress.
Yeah, I mean, I do too. That's my whole deal. Wallets suck. Let's talk about something else. Um, sorry.
This is great.
Okay, so this is really cool. This is
Can we see that yet on the screen?
yeah. Can you guys see? I think you can.
I'm not seeing it on the YouTube.
You
though.
guys are talking to the future right now. What are you guys talking about? Can you see?
I'm talking about his screen. I want everyone to be able to see what
You can.
we're looking at.
It's 20 seconds behind. I just
Trust
clicked
me,
it
we
over.
got the best producer that we could get on here.
Yeah,
It's
well,
on the
there's
screen.
not a whole lot of
Trust me.
competition. Yeah, so what we're looking at
There
here,
it is.
this
Okay.
is
He basically begged to be on here, so
Exactly.
I'm so happy he did.
Yeah, he's the man.
you know, sometimes
Yes,
sometimes you
without a
gotta.
doubt.
Uh,
He's probably a better pickup than any of that NFL draft shit you guys have been talking about.
Oh,
Why are you guys talking about NFL drafts when you could be talking about Animal being picked up on InTheBox?
oh
Right?
goodness,
That's better clickbait than NFL draft shit. You guys suck at clickbait. Just
that's
saying.
right. You're right. So eventually we're gonna get into what you guys are looking at here. This is BSVmarketcap.com. And we actually wanted to try this out live tonight because none of us have so far, and I haven't even clicked this button right here because again I wanted to do it
Click the button.
right in front of everybody.
Well, what is this?
So this
Tell
is
everybody what this is.
BSVmarketcap.com, and guess what you can do here? You can buy BSV, which is pretty sweet. Because I feel like our options are very limited when it comes to being able to buy BSV. So having another platform to do that on is definitely incredible. So we're gonna go ahead and click this.
But
This was
even
made by.
further beyond that, I mean,
believe-
there's people that are laughing at you right now, like, can we buy BSV? Which is true. But can you tell them how hard it is for people like you, myself, and Dookie in the United States to buy BSV?
It is.
Yeah, it's
We
can't use
extremely
I tried and
difficult.
tried.
You can't use all these
There's too
other
many loopholes.
alternatives, So
And you got to keep exchanging, and you're losing your money with fees, and it sucks. But this is a little thing that I believe the Twitch crew, or at least the Frog crew, came up with.
Yeah, so Frog
But
has a
this
little bit
does
of a
work
finger in
the
this.
United States, is that correct?
What's that?
As far as I know, we
This
don't
does
know.
work in the U.S., right?
Well, you got Coinbase. Or whoever,
Yeah.
if you can use one of these coins, USD coin, that's what I would do. I would have USD coin on Coinbase and send it over and purchase this.
Yeah, so this still
Pay the
isn't
least amount of fees.
this still isn't straight up a fiat to BSV on ramp, which in some ways I like. You know, Jack Lou brought up a really cool point the other day that on ramps are not the way. It's all about earning and creating an economy based on it. So, you know, but for now, obviously, on ramps are still needed. I do wish that one of these payments.
Yeah, 100%. Because I 100% disagree with that statement.
Yeah. So, I do think that this is a step in the right direction. Possibly not to the extent.
Go ahead and click it. The USD.
Yeah, I'll do USD.
And go ahead and put
Okay.
your one animal in there. Purchase 50.
I have no coins, just so you know.
No, we're not worried. We just want to show you how to do this. Just go ahead and put
Jimmy
one animal.
Odom says, wait till they find out relay underpinning BSV market cap.
Ooh.
And go ahead and
That is
click the
to
next
meet
tier.
ball.
That is spicy.
Well, the thing is,
So
if
what you got
Relay
here, you
is
got to
part of
copy this
BSV
address.
market cap, which is going to be huge, right? That alone right there is going to get other wallets. That's going to be something that makes other wallets look at that.
Yeah. So, anyways, basically, once you get to this point, this is you, you can scan this if you have something like Exodus wallet or CentB or another wallet that you're storing USD coin. I guess you can store that on CentB. I'm actually not sure
I would
about that.
just, like I said, Coinbase. I would just
Yeah, Coinbase.
send.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
pretty easy though.
so you send the coin right to here, and it basically converts it right into BSV for you. Put it in the wallet of your choice. I'm assuming. And you can see here that you're going to get 0.249 BSV for this 50 USD coin. Um, Pretty cool. Pretty legit.
Yeah, someone's asking what the hell Jack Lou was talking about, and I don't know exactly what that is. They're talking about creating a widget for this, so you can just use a widget to buy a BSV. I think that's what that was.
Yeah,
I think there's a little bit of confusion period to what Jimmy Odom mentioned. He said, wait till they find out Relay underpinning BSV market cap. Joshua Hensley said underpinning. And then Jimmy Odom is kind of elaborating it, just saying that underpinning essentially means that my point was Relay is killing it. As far as being, it actually happened on Twitch. The deal, the handshake, the digital handshake happened on Twitch for the deal between Relay to be the widget that is going to be on the BSV market cap
yeah.
website.
See, I think
Yeah.
the widget thing has to do. If you guys remember the other night when we had Jack Lou on, President Randy came on and commented and said, "When do we get a widget on Twitch for buying and selling BSV?" Um, and Jack Lou actually said that it's basically ready on his end. So when does Randy code it in? Is sort of the thing.
How
Um,
long ago was it that Jack Lou mentioned that? Because he said it still
that
isn't
was
kind of
live.
ready.
That was with us. That
I
was
know, but how long ago was that interview with Jack?
not even a week.
Like 5 days ago, week
Yes.
ago.
Not even a week, and now they're pushing it out ready. So whatever happened between them in the chat here and what they were talking about, I guess Jack said, you know what, let's pump this widget, and now they just made a deal with Twitch app or Frog.vision or whatever the case is.
Yeah, regardless, it would really be great if there was if there was any platform that you could embed a widget or a button to be able to buy BSV on the spot. I mean, I think a lot of people are going to get use out of that. A lot of platforms are going to make use of that. Twitch and BitSV and even things like imagine having a top-up button right on Peer Game, something like that. Um, Lots of really cool
Imagine
things to
not
do.
having to top up.
Yeah.
He said he's gonna work on it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's definitely something
No,
we're
I
excited
mean,
about.
imagine not having to top off, being able to put a threshold like we've talked about before. Let's say you go under, let's say you're spending BSB because, again, a lot of people say, oh, the retail is not the way to do it, or just straight onboarding, just using fiat to onboard is not the way to do it. But there's a lot of people that are spending money
Imagine
on content.
imagine actually being
Everybody,
able to do that. That's my biggest problem. Imagine actually being able to go out and buy BSV with your money that you're earning every day.
correct,
That's my
Yeah.
correct.
utopia. I mean, I don't understand how hard that
Correct.
is,
That's
to be
why
honest
I'm
with you.
saying is, but on top of that, being able to spend it. Like, for example, for the JIT, right? Coin Alchemist paid you 218.
Why
Did
you
he pay
gotta
that in
why you gotta
fiat?
why you
No,
gotta
he paid
talk
you
about that
that
live, bro? Why you gotta bring that up?
because that's a great thing. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you talk about it? It's public on Twitch. Anybody that's on here should know about it. I mean, are you serious?
I mean, you maybe could have
Well, the
let me
point
bring
is
it
that I'm
up.
saying is that there's an economy, and for somebody that isn't mining their own Bitcoin or whatever the case is, or they want to have $100 limit a month to spend on BSV, whether it's on Twitch or using it for an auction to buy a beanie, that is hand designed by designer Cheryl.
Shout out Cheryl.
So a lot of people say onboarding people to BSV using fiat is not an important thing. Well, there's a big economy of people already using BSV.
Well, except for
So
nobody else has any other kind of
you're more
money,
worried
right?
about a new user. Let's get a new user on it and explain to them about why it's good to use BSV. What about the people that, like, for example, like us? If I wasn't creating content right now with you guys, I'd be a consumer. Means I'd be probably doing slash pay all the time for you guys,
Yeah, but here's
right?
yeah, no, I get it. I get it. But that's not the issue here at all. So the problem is that they're trying to find easier ways for people to get their hands on BSV, except for the fact that you still can't. In my position, I cannot go online and spend money and buy BSV right now. I cannot do it. There's nowhere for me to
Correct.
do it.
Except, well, that's mostly in the United States though, because in Europe you could get BSV like nothing.
But the majority of users are in the U.S. probably.
I mean, yeah, you definitely see a
Yeah,
lot of
well,
Euro Dream there. Sorry about that, everybody. Yeah, we should be back up and running now. I'm not sure. My internet's been doing this weird thing. I'm gonna have to maybe reset the router after
nah,
this.
cool.
It's just
Don't
been,
worry about it. Like this, remember,
They
we're
keep
still
booting us.
in a very early stage.
yeah,
We're getting everything. We just switched over from Zoom. We already talked about this. If we lose, you know, stream and everybody leaves, no big deal. But let's just finish it up. You know.
yeah. Just
So
don't mind
Manifestos has
us.
backed up a little bit. So let's go back to where we left off before we lost.
Yeah, so I think what we were talking about is just difficulties of people just trying to buy BSV, get onboarded, get a little bit of Twitch money. It's hard. It really is, and the best way to do it is just to know somebody that has it and get a little bit, and then get on here and try to earn. I think
Yeah.
that really is the ultimate thing. I think Dookie and myself can certainly attest to that. And even
It's drove me nuts
it's
for so long.
it's insane. Yeah, it absolutely
Correct.
is. Um,
But I think for the consumer as well, right? Like somebody who does not create content, right? Like before I was creating content, I always try to contribute to the people that I enjoyed following, whatever the case is, right? So that's one thing that I do give to Relay, because you're always going to have the user that doesn't care about earning that much on BSV. They're a consumer. They want to be able to spend their their BSV. So I think my favorite part about the Relay wallet was always being able to top off a small amount, $5. Like I want to leave a few likes, so I'm gonna buy $5 of BSV through Venmo. So I my personal opinion, and I'll never like give up on it, is that there has to be a way for people in the United States to be able to buy $1 worth of BSV or $1 million worth of BSV.
I want to clarify something up in the chat right quick too. Manifestival and Inside Out are going back and forth talking about Manifestival used Bitrex to get his BSV. He says he did it without a VPN, and Inside Out says, well, Bitrex requires you to use a VPN if you're in the U.S. He says, well, I did it without it, blah, blah, blah. I just want to clarify something. I do believe that this is not just a U.S. situation, but this is a state-based situation. So if your state
Usually.
if your state allows you to do something like that, you can do it without a VPN. And they obviously track that all down to IP addresses and everything like that. So I think your state definitely has a lot to do with it. Like I know that Andres can do things that I cannot do because he's in Florida and I'm in Virginia. So
It's bullshit.
it is bullshit for sure. I know that
But
Virginia.
there's one thing we both have in common, that we both cannot buy BSV with fiat. It's fucking annoying,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So you want to buy $10 worth of BSV using fiat to do a little contest on Twitch. You have to jump through all types of hoops.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I give to Relay. Everything else I go to Money Button for. But to be able to top off 10, 15, 20 bucks BSV using Relay, even if you're paying a little bit higher fees,
they still
is
cap you though.
convenient.
You remember
That's
when it
fine.
crashed and everybody was trying to buy, and then they were limiting everybody to like $1 a piece. Like you could only buy $1 of
Mhm.
BSV. So
Yeah, I
like,
think it was like $2, a
I don't want
dollar,
to.
whatever it was, right?
I don't want to run into that kind of problem with some place that I'm trying to
I would
buy
like to know
BSV
from
from.
Jack. So let's say I want to sell BSV, right? I think I'll eventually come up as an option if somebody wants to buy BSV. I think that has a big thing to do
I guess so. Yeah.
uh, whether the minimum is $2 or $50. But one thing about BSV is people tend to hold on to it because they are using it in some form or fashion, whether they're making a barter deal with somebody for t-shirts, or whether they're doing an art contest, or whether they're paying for an article or a GIF or a meme. So I think that's why we really haven't seen that many people selling BSV on peer-to-peer or friend-to-friend
No.
on Relay, for
No.
example.
And to be honest with you, like you don't really see a lot of people that are trying to get rid of BSV because everybody anticipates it to moon. So um, I don't. I mean, unless they're on Twitch spending it, or they're spending it on places like City on Chain, or they're playing games with it, you don't really see a lot of people just straight up trying to sell it and get out right now. At least that's from my perspective. I could be totally wrong about that, but it's just sort of what it looks like right now. Everybody's trying to get in, not get out, which is a good thing. Definitely a
I've
good
been
thing.
trying to stockpile.
Yeah,
I've been
sure.
trying to utilize, earn, stockpile, and
Word.
lately I've just started being able to buy.
Yeah, yeah. And so,
So if
just a
you,
couple people in the chat here. We got the logical dude popping in, says I used the wallet Evercoin and Exodus on iOS. You know, I did the same thing when I first got in. I bought Bitcoin through Cash App, put it in an Exodus wallet, exchanged it for BSV in Exodus, and then moved that over to a HandCash and a money button and those kind of things. So definitely a plus one for Exodus wallet. I'm actually a fan of Exodus wallet.
but Cash App did away with that, didn't?
Yeah, I'm actually not sure. I haven't done that in a while. I've been up in here trying to earn BSV. I haven't had to buy any more, but you may not be able to buy Bitcoin on Cash App anymore. I'm not sure. Either way, that's how it had to happen at the beginning, which is kind of lame, but whatever.
Yeah,
Um, so let's get into some other juicy stuff here. What do you guys think? TonicPOW?
juicy. TonicPOW is always good.
TonicPOW is definitely awesome. Why don't you just give us a little rundown, a quick rundown on what TonicPOW is and how it works? And I've got the website pulled up here whenever you're ready for it.
TonicPOW basically is people put their products on here, and then they want other people to come and share links for them, advertise for them on whatever platform they want, a million different platforms. And then every time that them links get clicks from other people, you get paid for advertising for these companies. And there's a bounty on everything that you advertise for. The companies put bounties on there like 2 cents, 5 cents, a penny. And yeah, anytime you get a click through wherever you get that bounty, you earn bounty. So if you're popular on a social media and you're putting links on there, getting clicks, you're going to be earning money. Pretty good.
Yeah, very nice. And I'm gonna
Pretty
go.
good ordeal.
I'm gonna go into the screen share. I just want to give a shout out. Uh, Max Martin in the house. Thanks for hanging out with us. He says we need more on ramps, folks. Yeah, I agree with you. We at least need one good on ramp. That's crucial. I agree with you. You know, at least in the early phases of this, eventually, once it becomes a more flourishing economy and people can earn more easily, I
I
think that will
think,
be less necessary. But for right now, on ramps are definitely
well, the
crucial.
earning thing is always going to depend on the consumer as well, though. I mean, there's always going to be people who don't care about earning, but
True.
they want to be able to buy. And I
Absolutely.
feel like by not focusing on ramping, it's almost like one of my first sales jobs ever was selling AT&T long distance for phone, right?
Hmm.
And their motto was shit on the people that you've already signed up, right? And just give all the good deals to the new people coming in.
I fucking
So
hate that.
it's almost like you come in, right, and you leave 20 lights, never leave a post, and your dollar is gone. And now, how do you get more money to leave more light? There needs to be more on ramps because, trust me, there's plenty of users like that. And in my opinion, if you ignore on ramping with fiat,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever the case is, it's almost like dumping on the user base that you've already shown the way that BSV is the true Bitcoin or whatever the case is.
Sure. So I just want to point out,
That's just my opinion.
I did pull up here. I do have my Cash App up, and you can see you definitely still can buy Bitcoin BTC with Cash App. So if you're looking for a route that you feel like you can sort of trust, and one that I can attest to only because I've done it, go for Cash App Bitcoin. Put it in your Exodus wallet.
Oh, can you send it from there?
Yeah, you can actually send that Bitcoin to
Yeah.
an Exodus wallet right from Cash App.
Oh, okay.
But you know what? The fees are way too high on that. I did it like that
Yeah.
for a long time, and I sent it to Exodus, right? And then I
Yeah.
exchanged it on Exodus, which
Yeah.
the fees are high on that as well. My personal thing, and I hope somebody could help me get my fees even lower. I buy BCH, I go through Changely, and I send it to a BSV wallet. And
Yeah.
it's been, for me, the cheapest way to do it because BTC is way too expensive. The fees are way too high. And if you buy BCH and use Changely to turn it into BSV, it's probably the cheapest option because Exodus is expensive as fuck.
Right.
Nice.
And I agree with
Yes,
that.
it is.
I've definitely heard that, it's not the Exodus that really is that expensive. The exchange itself, I don't lose that much money on it, but moving it from Cash App to Exodus, I find is the most expensive part, oddly enough. But yeah, whatever. Back to TonicPOW, what we were originally trying to get to here. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up on screen. This is tonicpow.com. And Dookie did a pretty good job of explaining it. I'm just going to give my take on it in layman's terms. Basically, if you have a site, say, let's
You can click on them probably, but you'd have to log in.
let's call it, just pretend like we're talking about Twetch, okay? So we say we have Twetch.app. Well, Twetch makes a TonicPOW link, okay? That says twet.ch, right? So it shortens it, and you have a nice, crisp little TonicPOW link that somebody else can take and put on their website. Well, if somebody clicks on said link on said website, whoever owns that website is going to get paid. Um, and so it's really, really cool. It's a great way for um, people that own uh, developers and website owners. It's a really great way for them to promote their product, give people incentive to put their link on their website. Um, it's pretty neat. Social monetization, better advertising, dev tools. I'm not quite sure how their dev tools work. Um,
Yeah, I'm not the best on that.
I definitely would love to look into that. Um, Social monetization campaigns. Uh, Shout out to Josh Hensley for first thing on the list, Bitcoin SV development tutorials.
He overtook us,
He
huh?
sure
I see.
did. Yeah, little InTheBox YouTube, Shirt Birdie.
Dude, Josh Hensley is so freaking chill, bro. That guy is so, and like he'll surprise you because usually when somebody has a certain opinion about one thing, sometimes you kind of guess that they have a certain opinion about this thing, but this this guy Josh Hensley really has his own opinion on a whole bunch of different subjects, and I thought that was so freaking cool. Like his diversity of thought is level 10.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so you can embed script for using TonicPOW with your web applications. Um, JavaScript package for interacting with TonicPOW. Go package for interacting with TonicPOW. So yeah, this is cool. I actually didn't know that they had this whole dev kit thing.
Pretty cool.
Very cool.
I want to Mr. Z or who's the other one? Satchmo. If you guys are watching this, I want to know how I can go in and edit an existing TonicPOW that I've created.
Yeah, that's a good question. I tried doing that one time. I was like,
because we have a Streamanity TonicPOW that I want to change.
You cannot edit it.
Yeah, it's just on there. Figure out how to change it.
Yeah, yeah.
So hit us up. I'd like to know.
Absolutely.
I love this.
When it comes to earning, Dookie, what do you think is the best way to earn BSV aside from twitching? If you have 0 BSV, 0.
Oh, TonicPOW. If this was out when I started, this is definitely how I would have went. I didn't have much of a Twitter. This is actually how I grew my Twitter. This is where I got all my followers on Twitter to start out with. I was just sharing TonicPOWs, and people are like, "Hey, this guy knows stuff about BSV," and they just started following me.
Can we try this out live? Is there what's a good TonicPOW link that we all like?
Our own channel, of course.
Aside from our own, because they charge us for it, right? We're trying to earn.
We could always, I don't know. You could look at the list there if we're signed in.
All right, let's look at the list, Gage. What do we got now that TonicPOW list?
I don't know how to get to that. Do we need to log in to an account or something?
No.
In 1 second.
You should just be able to click on it so you could share the link.
There you are. And it's our Gmail.
On that link that you shared,
it's right here.
For it.
Nobody look.
Close your eye.
I'm closing my eyes, gosh darn it.
Okay, cool. I didn't even know we had one of these accounts. This is awesome.
Dude, we're on top of everything, dude.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta be.
So here's all the campaigns here that we can share.
Okay, so what's a good one?
Are there bounties? See the bounties on there?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
This is what you'll earn for every click.
Okay, perfect. Put our favorite one. Let's agree on one as 4.
Go past the first page.
Put that in the
good ones
channel and show people how you get paid for it if they click on it.
How about an old Elon? How about one of these old interviews that are funny? There's our man Hunter.
Oh, right there. Why don't you put that?
How about this one?
Play BSV Run.
That's what I was
fuck
thinking.
That game. They suck balls.
You heard it here first, guys.
Well, great.
Yeah, fuck them.
Moving on.
Spoiling it, bro.
That game was cool, and they fucking ruined it.
Okay, how about
that game was
Crypto fight? Yeah.
Crypto fights.
Yes.
Keep going. All right, we can do crypto fights.
I like crypto fights. We're gonna have to go with that.
Yeah.
And so we'll go back.
Hey, one of these days we're gonna have to look into the coronavirus.
Channel, right? No, put it on Twitch, put it on the YouTube channel, and show people that if somebody clicks on it, that you actually get paid. So if you have 0 BSV,
we get paid. They don't.
Right away.
Yeah.
Well, us.
We're gonna get paid for sharing this link.
How much do you think we're gonna make off this link? Predictions right now.
I don't know, 10 cents? I don't know. Maybe we'll get 5 clicks.
I say we get 21 clicks.
What was the bounty? A penny or 2 pennies?
A penny.
Oh, we're in the plus, brother. It only costs 2 cents to post it. I put it on my Twitter, and like I had one that went kind of viral. Calvin Ayre shared it, and then Agora. Everyone started sharing it. This link that I made, I drew up a good description for the site, and the shit went viral, and I made a bunch of money off of that. That was good.
Is it cheating if I click it from my own phone?
I think after 1 click, they stop you for a while, maybe for like a day or something.
So everybody click
Which
at
is
once.
fun, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, everybody go click that link on Twitch because it's not going to cost you anything.
I mean, going with the spirit of transparency, why don't you go through the money button? If somebody says, I clicked it, go through the money button, and let's see if that transaction actually went through. That sounds good.
Well, I clicked it for sure. So I'll go.
I mean, you don't count, though.
I believe it's a thing that takes a while.
But I
like
click.
after a while, you get like 5 cents. It'll say external wallet.
I think it's pretty quick, right?
There it is right there.
External wallet.
I
Yep. So
like how
there.
we're showing everybody our money.
Actually, we're not because you guys are seeing it on Discord, but we're not seeing it on YouTube.
Okay. It's on there, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, it exists. You saw it.
Yeah, external wallet, 1 penny for that click.
Yep. Sure enough.
Boom. See, look.
No, it's
You
definitely
do 2
instant.
clicks and you're ready to make a twitch already. You ain't even got to make it. Utilize and earn. Yeah.
And there's Hunter Bless in the chat, our official, I guess, chat administrator. Because he's not in here.
I'm here. Yeah, I am. I'm here.
Oh, you're
Oh
there?
wow,
You're here?
there he is.
He says he's loving the silent.
Oh, you gotta let me know when you pop
That's
in.
what
I
I
gotta
said.
so I can readjust the.
Yeah, you scared me, bro.
Boo.
I had to
Yeah,
readjust.
Andre's head gets cut off a
I
little bit.
know. I gotta readjust the cameras when you pop in, man. You gotta let me know.
Oh, okay. I just enjoying checking
Well,
you
welcome,
guys out.
brother. How's your morning?
Oh, I had a great morning. Just went and
How's Bodie?
Bodie's good. Bodie's good.
Yeah?
Bodie's
You
good.
adopted
yeah.
him. I knew you would. I knew you
No, I
would.
can't do that.
You
I
told
can't.
me you were not going to adopt Bodie. You
No
ended up
Bodie for me,
adopting
man.
Bodie.
He might stick around the neighborhood, and the whole neighborhood can adopt him.
I hope so. I hope
Be like an outside
fan. No.
outside squirrel.
Don't like to see those.
Are you going to bring him back to the? Are you going to bring it back to the States?
No, man. No way.
Stop lying.
I'm just trying to get back myself, man. I mean, I'd like to get back.
You
That
got to
was
bring
pretty nice.
Bodie back, man. If not, I think I'll like quit.
But the boats, he's going to be the new.
Without Bodie. It's either Bodie or nothing.
No, there's every morning here from 8 to 9 a.m. Probably like 100 monks meditate together, and so I've been joining them for that.
Cool.
Right before I jump on, it's really a nice way to come into the box. Great,
That's awesome.
All chilled out.
chilled out and ready to observe, ready to take a stand for BSV, man, for Twitch.
So guys,
Take a stand.
it is coming up on midnight now, so I want to try a little something different. I've had you guys sending me some links for what we're going to use for Twitch Culture Daily, but I'm gonna try something here tonight live. So it's coming up on midnight.
Half an hour.
Yeah, so it's coming up on midnight right now. So if you're in the YouTube chat right now, and you're also in our Discord channel,
Hit the like.
go. Yeah, first off, hit the
Well,
like.
you gotta smash the like.
You gotta
right?
smash the like button, exactly, and hit the subscription and whatnot. But I'm assuming you've already done that, the people in the Discord channel. But you Discorders, why don't you go ahead and give me some Twitch links? Drop some links of some Twitches you saw today that are from the past 24 hours that you think deserve a spot on Twitch Culture Daily tonight in 30 minutes. And I'll be spending the next 30 minutes kind of getting some of my own links and getting links from the boys. And we'll use some of you guys
Which
from the
I
chat.
already
We seen
submitted
some
mine,
already.
bro. I already
The
submitted
Discord.
mine.
Oh, I know.
I'm good.
No, I seen them. Don't you worry.
Shit.
Don't
Did
you
you
worry.
get mine too?
I did. Yep. All
Yeah,
good.
I think me and Dux are good. Did you see
This pop.
Dookie?
This
Did you
pop.
see anything from Frog or Animal in there?
You know, Animal's getting his now. Frog Hunter has been.
You killing Animal now, bro? Come on, man.
Frog Hunter's been working
I think
out
it was only you
his muscle
and
up here.
Oh,
This muscle.
You took the mohawk off. Where
He's been joining the monks, man.
Yeah,
I
I
want
can't have
to
that with them.
I'm telling you, it's getting hot over here, bro.
Shoot,
It's
I'll
Yeah,
bet.
I believe it. Same here.
That sounds terrible.
Where's
I tell ya.
Bodie?
I'm freezing cold right now, by the way.
Oh, it's cold.
Look at my blanket. See that? Huh?
I'm sorry, Dux. I know you're trying to look out for Hunter and Animal, but we're the only people that put links for Sweat Culture Daily today. On
I did at the last minute, though.
Discord.
The Manifestival says in the chat we should announce how much you earned off the link when we sell the gray shirt.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm done with
I
that.
think there's only like, what day is it today? Why don't you look that up? I think there's only a few hours left for that, dude.
Better share it.
For what now?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
The gray shirt auction. We need to share it before it runs out.
Oh, really? Is it running out? What's the highest bid? I might one up them.
$25.
26.
Yeah.
You get it to India? No.
I want that
Not that I
gray
ever
shirt.
wear a shirt. Not that I ever wear a shirt.
I think Dookie and Animal said they were both going to put in bids, but I haven't seen anything yet on chain.
Gray's my favorite color.
Weren't you?
But it's medium, ain't it?
Weren't you the one that was also earlier talking about the auction strategy? I mean, come on now.
Well, let's see. I mean,
All right. So just because we're running out of time here a little bit,
tonight.
I hear you.
I'm like,
Where do you want them links
I got
dropped?
hot sauce in my pocket.
You can put them in the box chat, the general chat. Let's do that. And Inside Out, if you're listening, Mana Festival, you guys, I am going to be putting in some work and changing up some things on the Discord channel very soon. I'm going to make a couple more channels. One of them is going to be called Links. And that is going to be where anybody can go in and drop Twitch links all day, every day
Yes.
for Twitch Culture
Ooh,
Daily.
That sounds good.
Okay, so
That's a good idea.
If you see something cool, drop it in there. I'm not going to promise you that I'm going to use what you drop, but I definitely appreciate
But there's
the
a
help.
good chance.
There's a
that we
pretty
will.
good
Help us
chance.
produce this show.
There's a pretty good chance I'm going to do
Do
that.
the work for us.
So be on the lookout for that.
Animal, are you gonna forget to record
No,
tonight, or
No.
are you actually gonna hit the record button?
dude, come on, man. I got this. Come on.
Yeah, I'm having deja vu right now.
Come on, man. Come on. No,
I
it's all,
got it.
it's all good. No, you know what? Dookie found out the hack, man. You push the link and it just goes right to it just jumps right to the section in the show, man. We're good. We're good.
But I thought you were gonna edit it. That was the whole point,
We'll
right? We're supposed to record it and edit it, right?
Yeah, we're all-
yeah,
we're-
we'll work on that. We're gonna work on
I
that.
know. We're also not supposed to yell at me like a slave driver while we're on live, but that's fine, Andres.
We
We-
made a meme about that. That's
We
what I
can still
did.
edit it. We can still download and edit.
Yeah, I think you guys are underestimating me because once the laptop comes in, and I've been out here for like 15 hours in this backyard because I refuse to go inside. Watch.
Dude, I know. He literally has a.
that. It's
he li-
about to get real.
He literally has like this boss computer inside. He could do all the stuff he's been yelling at me to do. He would rather sit on the back porch and smoke
you don't-
weed. That's the whole deal.
No, I told you about I already told you about what's happening with that desktop.
Yeah.
Hey, here's some news. I purchased a new laptop today.
Are you for real?
I'm not using it.
Oh,
Yeah. This one I got, it just ain't cutting it. I mean, it's doing good tonight, but normally it just fucking kicks me out of everything and drops everything. So yeah, I'm gonna give this one to my kid.
That's what's up. So we all three bought new
Yeah.
laptops.
when am I gonna get? When am I getting my mic?
Well, I was gonna buy the Rodecaster Pro, which I sent that to Anna. Did you ever watch that video?
Yeah, I did watch that
Fine.
video. That's sick. No, I did.
There's so many sick things you can do with that, and the more I thought about it,
Yeah.
the more I thought that maybe it was something Animal needed. Not.
I definitely am considering it for sure. I
What
actually.
about Andres? Andres doesn't need anything.
Andres,
No,
he
but
can't even use it, man.
if I got that, I was gonna have to get a different mic because this is USB. It takes a plug-in.
Yeah, it's like XLRs.
Yeah, so
Because it
I don't
acts
know,
just
I gotta
like
ship.
it's literally just a USB audio interface for all you producers out there watching. But it's a really beefy one with a lot of different options and like an onboard like a sound generator,
I think
like
was saying that
synthesizer.
you could
We got
record the
Daniel
whole
in the chat.
podcast on the right.
What's happening, Daniel? Jump on and say hi with us, Daniel.
Right?
He's in the chat right now.
He
Give us
says
some spicy meatballs.
he says I just feel like things have been blowing. He says I just
What?
he says I just feel like things have been going on and things are so bad outside of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin does so much to make the world better, but it can only work if people choose it. That's true, man.
Word. That is very true.
And I
Based.
work every day on convincing people that it's the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
That's the topic we were talking yesterday, that we were saying how to educate the ignorant, Daniel, how to educate the unconscious, the people that don't see the benefit and the use cases. How can we make it more simple for the simplicity creates adoption, and
Well, BSB is the
complexity.
most simple thing, would you say? As far if it came to cryptocurrencies, what is the most easiest cryptocurrency to use as far as a wallet address?
Big.
But the thing is, adoption's not going to be, cryptocurrency is not going to be the adoption. It's going to be whatever's built on it. It's going to be the use cases, and it's going to be a simple, what people won't even know they're using it.
Retail, dude. Retail. People want to be able to spend their fucking money.
I want to see a live beard combing.
Oh,
That's what I want to see.
Dookie Love. I'm just putting these links together, and I saw you picked out the Final
Yeah.
Fantasy 14 one, bro. That's incredible.
I thought of you, brother.
Dude, that's my jam. I'm gonna like show that guy some serious love tonight. I'm gonna tell you right now.
There you go. Coming through clutch, bro.
I love it, bro. I do. These are great, man. Thank you for all the links.
Thank you.
Has anyone put anything in the Discord?
I'm actually
Yeah.
not sure.
I feel you, Daniel. It's like when you see the light and you want to share that light, and other people can't see that light, and you're trying to find a way to share it where they can understand it. There can be frustrating. It can be frustrating for sure.
Yeah.
Bitcoin has a tainted name, and Bitcoin SV inside of has a bad name, so it's just like a double whammy.
Sure.
Yeah.
To me, I just
It's a great
want to
topic
be
of
able
discussion.
to pay everything on BSV. I wish I was like right now, right? We're trying to build this business, right? Where we're trying to get paid off BSV, right? So we accept BTC, ETH, Litecoin, XRP, right? But really, we want to get paid in BSV, right? So for me, as an average Joe, I want to build a small business where I get paid in BSV. If I need fiat, you get it. Let's say we make 100 grand, right, in a year, right? Dookie says I need 15 grand for mortgage, food, etc., electricity, water, right? Gage says I need X amount of dollars, right? And then the equation comes up.
Hunter don't need anything.
That what? Hunter needs.
No, he already said he lives off little. He don't need very much.
Well, no,
Let's not go changing it now.
Moving in together, dude. Me and Hunter.
Yeah, so you guys can just split your portion of it, probably.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Well, the point is, we've already come up with a number in our heads, right? Like, if we're making this amount of money, right, doing what we do, we don't have to cut meat. We don't have to slang drinks. We don't need to fucking produce tracks for independent rappers.
Might do that anyway.
Right? Huh?
Already living the dream, producing tracks for rappers. God, Gage, you bastard.
Hey, my bad.
I want to produce tracks for like Rembrandt and Mozart and Bach and
they're all dead, bro.
You guys were talking about like, okay, let's not get way beyond the spectrum. But the point that I'm trying to make is BSV should focus right now on helping small businesses build their businesses by accepting fiat, BSV, BTC, ETH, fucking XRP, knowing that out of the fiat to cryptocurrency market, that business is going to excel in BSV, right? So their highest retail consumer is going to be fiat, BSV, then BTC, then BCH or Ethereum, or
Guys,
as
I hate
animal,
to.
like
I
call
really
it
hate to.
ethereum.
I really gotta. I gotta cut this short. We're running out of time if we want to get to the last segment of this thing before we go into our Twitch Culture Daily. Thank you for everybody that has posted links for us so far. Definitely appreciate that. Inside Out, shout out. Um, so what I want to do now is go into the last little segment, and that is Agora. Um, Dookie,
Big shout out.
yeah, big shout out, big shout out. We
We're
love
in the partner.
we love Agora. Agora really is your hub, aside from www.twitchcast.com. It really is your hub
Of course.
for all things BSV. This is your homepage of the MetaNet. It's got videos, it's got articles, it's got swagger, it's got uh, tweets and twetches and all kinds of cool stuff. And if you look here on the bottom, which I hope you guys can see, there's all these little icons. And just to go through a couple, Baymail, BitQ&A by BSV, Dot Wallet, HandCash, InTheBox, Money Button,
Yeah.
Rates SV, Relay X, Streamanity, TonicPOW, yada yada yada. You get the idea. Twetch, of course. So it really is a hub. If you want to find something new, if you want to find a new BSV site, if you want to find something else to spend your hard-earned BSV on, go to Agora. You're definitely going to find something interesting. If you're bored, you want to watch some cool videos, get your learn on. You can definitely do that here too. I'm a big fan of this site. I actually do keep this as my homepage because it's awesome. Um, Watch the videos right on here.
Yeah, the good thing about them apps down there is I believe you don't even leave this site. You just go through all your apps down there with them buttons on the bottom.
Yeah, you're exactly right. This
You're
almost
flipping between your money button, your HandCash, or in the box site. You're flipping between just whatever you're doing on BSV. You never have to leave this site. It's all right there.
that's exactly right. Yep.
That is so dope. It makes it fast. You don't have to have like all these things on your desktop.
It's so fast for sure. Um, but what I think is really cool is you also have different things over here, like an app store, different resources, news feeds. So you have like these little kind of navigation tabs here, live feeds, BSV news channels. Look, we're on that. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Damn, we're blowing up, y'all. If you didn't know, in the
If you
box is
don't
taking
know,
over.
now you know,
We
Jigga.
taking over.
One city at a time.
We taking over.
One Bitcoin at a time.
Lord
We
have
made
mercy.
it.
We made it, child. We up in the MIA 305. We looking for an easy way to on-ramp onto BSV because I already been using this shit. I'm trying to buy more so I could spend more on good content creators that I love. I'm trying to buy me a fucking beanie right now that's at like $31, but I can't buy BSV.
Look at that Agora
because I'm
hat.
in Miami, Florida,
Oh.
and I can't buy shit. All right? I can't buy shit.
This
You
got
okay?
this got really intense.
I like it. I like it.
You like that Agora hat? I want it.
Yeah, I actually swapped over so that I could see Andres going crazy. We'll go back to Agora now. But yeah,
I had a really
You
good
guys-
idea
you guys
about
know where
some
that
swag,
came-
and you guys
know where that name
ignored
come
me.
from?
Shit, you
Agora?
guys got the Miami out of me.
Yeah,
You know,
the
we got
origins?
our
Yeah,
little
that's what we're
bourbon
gonna chat.
water here. You know what I'm saying? When we go see Dookie out of Missouri, I'm gonna make sure he takes me to Kentucky so I can go to the Buffalo Trace Distillery. Woo!
Oh shit!
Y'all don't even know, man. Don't let this fool you. This is some good bourbon. Just because it's not in a Baccarat glass don't mean it ain't fire.
Dre's on the bourbon
You,
tonight. That's what's going on.
If you go,
He's
if
tore
you
up.
Manifestival, if you're listening, do you know what Agora is? I think you might be the one person that actually knows what the meaning of Agora is. They read the origins of the word. So go ahead and type in the chat if you do.
Bitalica. That's kind of cool.
Missouri loves company. That's right. Bitalica.
Yeah, so anyways, the point is, Agora is dope. You should definitely check it out. Uh, yeah, use Agora.
I like it. They have the BSV chart. Why don't we see that anywhere? Agora is like the only place you see it.
It's true, yeah.
I wish Twitch had it. Maybe they don't want it on there, but there should be like a.
Yeah, I think in a way they try to dissociate from BSV a little bit. You know,
I know.
You know their deal.
Yeah. But damn it.
But damn it, I know. I hear you. Which is why, Agora is awesome. And look how quickly you can get to Twitch. I mean, boom. No reason not to use Agora. And it's, whenever you...
Inside Out says Miami must suck. Trust me, it does. Especially for an exit scam. Yeah. I'm about to buy me a crotch rocket.
Hey, don't think I don't know who Tech 9 is.
That's right.
That's my shit right there.
What you know about Trick Daddy and Trina, though? What you know about my dog, Uncle Luke?
You know what I mean?
Come on, man. Talking Miami. I really am trying to get out of this fucking city, though. But it's difficult. I got so much family down here. I got the love of my life. I have my daughter. I have my parents, my brothers. I really want to get out. Like, I've really been on Zillow looking for Virginia, Texas, even Missouri, Kentucky. I want an acre at least, This Miami shit, man.
Land's where it's at, man.
For 600 square feet, you're paying like 250 grand, dude, where I'm living at right now. So I want to get the fuck out of this city. Yeah, Miami does suck. It does. But I have a lot of ties down here, and it's not easy to just get up and go.
Dude, Miami made you, man. Don't be talking shit about Miami. It made you, bro.
That's
Look at
it.
you.
Well, the thing is, like I told you guys before, like, an animal hunter, and Duke, about it. I'm a fucking military brat, When we came to Miami in '92, I've never left this fucking zip code unless it was for Disney World or one time in my life that I've been on a cruise. So this whole shit has made me realize I need more than like 1,000 square feet or 2,000 square feet, including land, whatever the case is,
Inside Out says, come to New Orleans. You're welcome.
Shit, hell yeah.
New Orleans is probably a good spot, but right now, what do you guys think about the housing bubble? I mean, I really want to look for a piece of property, but I'm trying to get it fucking dirt cheap. Not because I'm greedy, but because I can't afford it unless it's dirt cheap. So,
What's up, Cabals in
what do you
the
guys
chat?
think
What's up,
about
brother?
after all
Says
this is
California.
done? Do you guys think the housing market is gonna like crash, like it did with Bush? What do you guys think?
Probably. I think a lot of shit's gonna crash.
Yeah. Why buy now? Wait a few months until the fucking shit hits the fan. It happened to me. Dude, I bought a condo conversion in Miami for 128 grand. And when the fucking bubble burst, that shit was valuated or whatever it is at like $45,000, dude. And I was out of a job. Worse than now. It was actually worse than Corona back then. Because now when the lockdown's going to be over, everybody's going to go back to work. But this 1 month that we've been out of work, we're fucked. We're fucked. I'm going to wait till next year. I'm going to buy me a nice fucking property. I won't even say what state until I figure it out. But it's between Texas.
I was going to say Texas.
Virginia, Kentucky, Missouri. Definitely going to be a red state. I'll probably pick one of the reddest state, because Texas isn't even that fucking red of a state anymore, dude. It's more purple than red. So I'm gonna find a fucking state that has the least amount of taxes.
Once you move to Austin, you're gonna be dyeing your beard purple.
No, what?
I said once you move to Austin, Texas, we're gonna dye your beard purple.
Dude, Texas is not gonna be fucking red much longer. Like, if you could get land, great, because the laws right now are protected, but the voter base is turning purple because all of the fucking people that came from California.
No, they're turning green, bro. They're turning green because of InTheBox.
Say illegal, alien
green hearts.
criminals.
Green hearts, bro. Everybody's turning into green hearts.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right.
Well, I've got
we gotta get Andres connected back to the green hearts, bro.
Yeah. So, got us a little Twetch composed here. We got about 10 minutes until Twetch Culture Daily Live starts. So what do you guys think? Do you want to take our intermission now? Come back with a little long intro for Twetch Culture Daily? Or do you want to wait for a little bit? What are you thinking?
We can do that.
I like the little intermission myself. I think it's cool to get to
I gotta take a piss.
the music and.
That's what I'm thinking too.
What do you think?
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna grab myself a drink, and we're gonna go ahead and take our intermission now, and we will be back in 10 minutes on the dot for Twetch Culture Daily Live, and we will see you guys soon. What's good, Twetchians? Welcome to another episode of Twetch Culture Daily. This is episode number 45. You guys believe that? 45 episodes in, and we're still kicking. You know what it is. This is where you can get all your Twetch news, the culture, the updates, the memes, the competitions, the art contests, the Bay Mail, Pay Mail, all of the above. So we're going to jump right into this with a full lineup of some super dope Twetches today. First off, I'm going to definitely take the first two. I've got them lined up, and then I'm going to let you guys kind of go nuts
This is
afterwards.
my homie here.
Yeah, so this is Kenji Shoshima, who Dookie's a big fan of, and I'm slowly becoming a really big fan of myself. Back in November 9th, he posted, I bought these drums in 1995 for $300. They're the embodiment of everything I've ever wanted to be. They have more sentimental value than anybody would ever be willing to pay for them. Late 70s Slingerland, 1968 Ludwig Supraphonic Vintage Avitas Zildjian. Yeah, as a drummer, this absolutely this really resonates with me. No pun intended, except absolute pun intended. No drum intended. That's a badass drum set, and I can completely relate to having some serious attachment to your instrument, specifically some drums. I have one drum set that I've had for about 15 years now, and I've done over 1,000 gigs with it, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. I'm going to pass it on to my grandkids and my great-grandkids, and so I completely feel you on that. But today he branched that and says, on the drums is an old friend of mine whom I've known since 1994. In fact, I would never acquired this Slingerland drum kit without Matt Pence and Will Johnson's help. So, yeah, I really love this story. I really love those drums. Keep drumming, man. Really
Keep
great.
twetching.
Keep twetching. Keep drumming.
Keep twetching, man.
I love it.
I like your stories.
Yeah, me too, man. You're killing it. The second thing that I really wanted to shout out that I'm super excited about, Pugs at 5352 says, just defeated the Ultimate Weapon main storyline in FFXIV Realm Reborn level 50. I believe that's the Praetorium mission, if I remember correctly. Shout out to Pugs. This is my absolute favorite game of all time. If you haven't played Final Fantasy 14, you got to check it out because it is super dope, and I have like
You're such a nerd.
I got like 3 level 80 jobs. It's not that big of a deal. You know, these guys make fun of me on InTheBox, but seriously though, like the two most like consistent, important like things that I've always been able to lean on when I'm having a bad day in my life have been drums and Final Fantasy. They've seriously been around my whole life, and so the last two Twetches really are near and dear to my heart. And I just wanted to share that with everybody because, yeah, I know. Make fun of me if you want, but Final Fantasy has helped me through some seriously hard times. And so I really, if you post something about Final Fantasy on Twitch, I'm 150% going to shout you out and show some love to you every time because I'm a big fan. Anyways, moving on. Mario DG at 6537 says, are you stupid? Why haven't joined on Twitch? That's very
Get him, Mario. I mean,
I think that's such a Mario signature Twitch right there. Like that's gonna live on in time right there. I like that. And River says, how about we stop calling this crisis Corona and start being fucking real and calling it for what it is, worldwide tyranny.
She's quite the conspiracy theorist now, isn't she?
She is, man. She's probably a big QAnon and.
Dude, it's not a fucking conspiracy.
I know.
How much
She's woke.
can I get, dude?
She's fucking woke.
If you think that COVID being a hoax and tyranny is a conspiracy, then yeah.
Hey, I hear
That's all I
you.
gotta say about that.
I hear you, man.
She's just woke.
I like Spiff's reply. If you want to be a cartoon like all the cool kids, this can be you.
Dude, all I gotta do is say hashtag Sweden, okay? Maybe I won't even go to Texas. Maybe I'll just fucking go to Sweden.
There you go. And we got T38 at 132 says, can the Corona even survive the Arizona heat? 95 degrees on his dash today.
That's what I want.
Out in the desert.
I want some of that warm.
Yeah, it's about that time. About that time. I need a little river action. Not river, but river, you know?
Yep.
And the president at 3 says there was a time when Twitch was just a way to post to the blockchain. No profile, no notifications, no search, no replies, no branches. Hey, we've come a long way, people. Look at what it used to
When
look
was
like.
that? That was June 11th, 2019.
Yep.
That was before me and Andre even got here.
Not even a year
Yeah,
ago.
I was here.
And Hunter, yeah.
Yep. Not even a year ago, and we've come a really long way ever since then.
Oh, yeah.
So shout out to the Twitch dev team. You guys are killing it, man. Keep pushing that content. Um, and this was a cool little troll toll battle here between Kern Bosack and the president. 420 and then Branch with a $5 raise on that.
Well, Ken is the
Were they using the hack to like bypass it, or were they actually paying for it?
Don't know. It's hard to say.
I think they've just, I don't know.
There's probably a little something going on behind the scenes there.
Well, yes, he's the float guy. Remember that site yesterday we went to?
Yeah, float.app. FLOTE. Amazing site.
Yeah, and he was talking about how float is the real Twitch.
Yeah, I think this right here. He's posted it a few times actually.
You should have another link for this actually about this conversation.
Yeah, this is interesting. Twitch devs.
I like float actually. Like on
there it is. Who cares? Nobody
there
cares.
was a good post that Vigard, I think it was Vigard that put it out today. He put out a Bitcoin file where he searched on float.app, he searched business, and he came to a conclusion that 0.01% of people are searching for business or is business related on float.app. But I think just because you don't have business put in your name doesn't necessarily mean that your business, whatever the case is. But good for him for shilling on Twitch. Every time you post a meme, every time you post a fucking picture of your dinner, it's an advertisement, a promotion of the account where you put it out from. So I don't think it's going to be very long before you start seeing the latest feed being filled up with businesses. Hopefully.
I think that's probably
true. I'm looking forward to that. It's almost like Elon posting about Twitch on Twitter, right? So this dude is posting about float on Twitch. Why not? Like, you gotta be an idiot not to, right? I mean, he's trying to reach the same type of people, so why wouldn't he do that?
Dude, that's a great point, Andres. That's a great point. I like that. Same thing as Elon posting on Twitter. Same thing.
Yeah, yep. That's true.
Let him chill.
Very true. And Vincent X Paul at 974 says, if this is legit, then their CTO is a coomer looking for adult content that lets him finish the latest. LMAO. And he is referring to this post, which is, of course, Randy replying to Ken with the nobody cares. So, this definitely sparked the whole conversation today. Pretty interesting. And, Float that app's pretty interesting, too.
He had to just keep fucking sharing that same post for the last couple days, just over and over again.
Right.
So, I don't know.
You get what you get.
Yeah.
And Attila...
I think he's talking about this guy, too. Attila posted this in the middle of the...
Oh, you think this
float is the real Twitch. Float is the real Twitch. Float is the real Twitch.
So you think this is actually related somehow, huh?
I think maybe.
So this is Attila at 205 saying, I was about to reply to someone with a snarky comment on here. Then I realized it's not worth spending a swipe to pay attention to the dope. Instead, I made this post. Yeah, that's probably true. That's a pretty good assumption there, I'd say.
I think he was about to tell him to shut the fuck up, basically. And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Press my...
And we got Isaac Morehouse at 2956 says, when everything else is making me angry, I turn my energy to what matters most. The fam.
For sure.
I think we could all agree one thing about Twitch is that Twitch is family energy, right?
True.
That Twitch cares about the family unit and they understand that it's family over everything. And the posts that do the best always, right, are posts about your love for your bloodline or your legacy or your family or your friends. And that is FRENS. So yeah, big shout out to Isaac Morehouse. If you're not following
Friends.
2956 right now, dude, look at this pic and think again. Either that
Pretty
or
smart.
Yeah.
quit Twitch right now, dude. If you're not following Isaac Moore.
And this is another one we pulled from River's profile at 910. She said 2 years ago, and after 2 days of labor, this perfect little bundle of energy, joy, and happiness came into the world to change my life forever. Happy birthday, baby! I love you so much. That's pretty awesome.
Babies.
Yeah.
No,
That
no.
family energy. Dude, I'm telling you, dude. Twitch is Bright Gang. That's what I'm saying. Twitch culture is Bright Gang. It's shoe on head verification. It's being able to post a picture like that, knowing that you are probably not going to get trolled right now. Maybe by 1, 2 people at max, but they don't have that troll union at this point. And the Twitch community is probably the greatest community for positivity on social media right now.
I'll give you that one. And this is A at 2, hooking his brothers up. Harry, Randy, Elon, Ben, Sour, and Anthony splitting a nice $200 check.
Nice.
Says thanks for all your hard work, gentlemen of Twitch.
That 218 seems to be a popular number to fly around.
Hey, 21E8. You know how it is.
I don't know. I ain't never got no $218 slash pay, Frog Vision pay.
I'll hook you up at some point, Dookie. Don't worry.
Throw it out there, people. Don't.
And here we got Ari at 1350. Says, imagine getting paid as long as your work generates value, even if you leave a company. Now stop imagining, apply, and make it a reality. And he is talking about legally chained.
$5 BSV.
$5 BSV. Says, are you looking for a challenge during this lockdown? Help us take the next step. Apply for a job today at legallychained.com/jobs. It's pretty cool. If you're looking for a job, that's probably a cool place to work. Not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah. That'd be dope.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It seems like working for Ari would be a not exactly a joy. Just saying. I don't know. It's just my what I would think, but I don't know.
You might be right. You might
I
be
think
right.
working with Mr. Coochie would be fun.
Snopes says true, says Danny Trejo at 8279. Guys with hair like this have a 125% chance of stealing your girl. Yikes.
Man, he looks like Fabio on the left.
A little glamour shot. I like it.
Yeah. God damn.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, man. I may have to take away your meme license for a little bit. You need to rethink this whole thing, Danny.
Mm-hmm.
And Elon Moist, LCEO at 4, says, twetching this legally binding contract with Jack C. Liu. That's juicy.
30% we have a deal. I hope that ain't of the transaction, you goddamn commie.
Shoot, 30%.
I hope that's the transaction fee they're talking about.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Yeah. That's quite the fee. I'm not
hoping
sure.
they're talking about the micro payment, not the
I'm hoping
transaction fee.
I'm hoping they're trolling like crazy. That's what I'm hoping.
Tim Frog.
Um, Heather Wood at 6172, another one of our favorite artists, Twetchers. Pet portrait painted for a friend. Hashtag art. Very nice, very nice.
See who she tagged in?
Oh yeah.
That's how you get on Twitch culture.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a win for sure. If you
That's
tag,
awesome.
that is really really
The
amazing.
dog looks like it wants to go out and get some duck.
Yeah, straight up. That's a duck hunter. Duck hunter right there. A very nice picture, Heather. And a first twetch today from Jacob Showers, which I certainly hope he does at 11407. And he says,
Animal had a funny.
He says the future has begun. Indeed, it
I
has.
kept thinking I knew this guy already, but other person like Satowski or something.
Yeah, that's definitely a person. I've seen Jacob Satowski.
Okay, I got confused.
Yeah, no, this is a newbie. Hopefully, he continues down this crazy journey. And last up today, this was brought up to me by Inside Out himself at 5546, and he is tagged Elon, President Randy, Unwriter, Cosmos, Josh Henley, and us. He says, please share this post if you like the idea. ITB has a Discord server. I'd like to extend their user base to coders, people wanting to learn to code/build on BSV. InTheBox is bomb. Add coding as your fourth channel. I will mod. So yeah, I just want to confirm that is going to happen. We're going to put in a channel for kind of just dev speak coders to come in and share their ideas. It's kind of a hub for that. Inside Out will be designated as the moderator for that entire channel, and brother, we're going to get together very soon and discuss the details on how all that is going to work. You'll be able to assign specific people specific roles that will allow them access into your channel. So yeah, that's definitely coming, as well as a links channel too. So if you want something put on Twitch Culture Daily, if you come across something really awesome on Twitch during the day, you'll be able to drop it into our links channel, and we'll do our best to put you on the show, whatever it may be.
Hells yeah, hells yeah.
So that's actually all that I've got today, gentlemen. How you guys
I
feeling
think we
about
lost
that?
Andre.
Did we lose Andre? Well,
His tablet might have died or something.
Yeah, well, these things happen.
Yes, to me a lot.
And it sort of looks like Hunter's trying to speak, but I think
he's muted.
I liked Andreas' last word that he had before he dipped out. So maybe he just wanted to leave us with something good like that.
What was it?
He was saying shilling your stuff on Twitch, your business on Twitch is just the same as Moisty or Randy shilling Twitch on Twitter. So.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I thought that was a good metaphor.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that ultimately, nobody on Twitch can ever really be mad about anybody promoting anything on their platform, because that just means people are using
making money on it.
Well, they're making money on it, for sure.
Like we spoke about, eventually they're going to have to step aside and let other people become bigger than them.
Yeah.
There's gonna be bigger voices and more important people come along than them that's going to overtake and have a bigger voice than them. Maybe not in Twitch, but on Twitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hopefully on Twitch. I mean, they definitely need to step aside. I think one of the worst kind of stigmatisms about Twitch right now is that it's just the Moisty Hangout channel, which is true to an extent. I think it's also not true in a lot of ways. I think there's a massive community that have nothing to do with Elon Moist. I mean, look at the artists that we got for the art contest. They're not Twitch dev,
He just has a huge following.
He does, absolutely.
I think he has over like 1,400 followers.
He does. But I definitely want Twitch to overcome.
The more it gets diversified, the more diversification there is with different people with different interests, and it's not 90% Bitcoin and 90% Twitch and 90%. The more artists. I remember when I first got on, people were like, "I'm out of here. There's no artists," and I was like, "Look, I'm an artist, or I'm a musician. What's up? Let's talk about something besides Bitcoin." And it's gotten better,
Yep.
definitely, but I think it's going to
Yeah,
take more.
there was just a handful that didn't even talk Bitcoin when I got on.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
so it's getting better.
that was my thing too. I showed up with the intentions of just like doing my like drum thing, like I've done on every other social media platform ever. And I came on and tried to find other musicians to talk with and to share music with and share videos with, and it just wasn't there. The community just didn't exist. I was, managed to find one or two people to sort of talk about something with, but aside from that, it was just basically non-existent. So, but I think it has come a
Same.
long way. I mean, I've met a lot of, not, I wouldn't say a lot, but I have met a handful of musicians in the past few months, and there seems to be more coming. People posting pictures of drum sets even today. So
How about people like Mari?
It's gone fast too. It's happening fast. It's happening fast. I remember just 2 3
Shout
months
out, Mario.
ago, crypto boss had no followers. He was on Twitter going, "Hey, does anybody want to trade a follow for a follow?" I mean, if you put in the work, it's amazing how fast you can build. It's
True.
amazing how fast you can it's pretty crazy.
yeah, agreed completely. Well,
A lot of
guys,
opportunity.
let's wrap this up with a couple final thoughts. What do you think?
Hit us with something, Hunter.
Hunter blessed.
Oh yeah, go
You
for
did
it.
some meditation this morning, right?
Yeah, I meditated for an hour every morning with the monks. It's really nice. But I've been posting a lot about empowerment because we can all have our different definitions of that. But for me, it's come to not relying on anything happening the way you want it to, or good, or a great thing happening on the outside to feel good on the inside, because that's more like codependency when you're dependent on something else outside of yourself to feel good inside. So I call that self-empowered, but the true self-empowered. And so that's my little final word is don't be a slave to the outside world for your joy and happiness. Still enjoy it, still get what you need, still get your new this, new that. But once you rely on it for your source of joy, then you're missing the source that's always available, and you're becoming a slave to the outside. So be the master, not the slave, people. Peace out.
Love that, dude. What do you got to say, Dookie, before
Beautiful.
we sign out?
I can't follow that up.
He'll follow the meme.
All right. Well, I will then.
After something wise like that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm gonna follow it up just by saying, please subscribe, please smash like, please go watch some of our other videos. Please go to twetchcast.com and check it out. Use that as your hub, and go check out all the other stuff that we talked about today. We did HandCash, we did TonicPOW, we did AGORA, we did BSVmarketcap, lots of cool stuff. So go back earlier in this video and check all of that out. Thank you guys for watching. Really had a good time with it, and you know what it is.
Tune in tomorrow.
Andres isn't here, so thanks for watching Twetch Culture fucking daily. Woo!
Woo!
Peace out, guys. Have a good one.
Later, y'all.
See you tomorrow.